Bounce TV. Bounce TV. Premium or nothing. Or nothing.
We are live, people. It's another exclusive time on GH Talks ShowBiz. 30 minutes goodness of showbiz conversation. I have here the best and the most killers. Should I say that? Am I right though? Am I right? The most killers? Can I say that?
Yeah.
Okay. In the studio, I have Coca, the ever controversial, the hardest guy in the industry. Don't play about Coca. And of course, I have the Long John himself in the studio as well. Long John, what's up with you?
Normal.
Coca, what's up with you?
Do you bring my condoms?
All right, people. So yeah, let me let you in on what we're about to discuss.
How
on
are
the
you
show
surviving
today.
with a flat?
You already know that. Don't mind Coca, okay? Listen to me, all right?
I saw the good one, the coach.
You already know how we do it on the show, right?
Ablekuma, we strong.
We talk about,
Ablekuma, we day. Hey, you will fit there, Ablekuma.
we talk about the most.
What are you talking about? I say Ablekuma, we day. If you say, we go shut the show down. I swear. Wallahi, I tell you, if you not agree, you will not go do the show. I say Ablekuma, you day. You know the Ablekuma.
We talk about the most trendiest story on the block right now, and this episode.
Yes.
And this,
Yes. I won.
And this episode is not going to be an exception, okay? We have, the most trendiest story. Today, we are going to be tackling a lot of stuff on the internet. Oh, my goodness.
Are you romancing yourself?
Accravanga concert, spearheaded by Guinness. My goodness, there has been some, controversy surrounding it. We're going to be talking about that. Beam Nation and Shatter Movement. Kakrebi, so stick and stay. We're also going to be talking about Cina Soul. I'm pretty sure you've heard some of the stories, right? The body shaming and all of that. And it has to do with Max TV. Can you imagine? National television. We are diving into that. I have Coca in the building, so you know what you're about. Oh, my goodness. I don't even have to talk too much. And of course, TGMA too. Finally, all right? Kim Paluta. Come on. But it's not going to sit down well with us here on the show. We're about to give you all that. All right? Coca, let's start. Accravanga, right? By Guinness. Yeah. So if remove, right? Stonebwoy. When Stonebwoy was about to perform, they were playing Shatter song back to back. And a Stonebwoy management. Oh no. Okay. Next Stonebwoy management. Actually, this is what DJ Lord is saying, that it was actually Stonebwoy's management. But then again, they're also saying that it was the organizers DJ ne say onya Shatter nyumna ebo. Coca, what do you have to say about this?
Penny Diamante. Me, I feel, sir. Sometimes the rackmatize ne fanfare ne showbiz ne bi wo ha nonfa.
Nonfa.
Oh, nonfa.
How?
Me and idea we see ya. Looking at baby Amedru. Me koto. Things are looking well for me or TGMA. I don't need this negative buzz. The mayor say, well, whatever has happened, Charlie, let's forget it. Let's move on.
Let's forget
DJ Lord. I can say that on authority say it's not my team member.
Okay.
But if anybody associated with me, I'm sorry. Let's move on. Case die.
Hold on. Let me tell you.
If
this is the narrative you are going by, I tell you, this is what Vida should be learning. She should be at her feet learning.
No, that's the head of communication.
You know why? Because the narrative that went out, first of all, I want to take it from the perspective where somebody has gone through an experience.
Okay.
And the person says, you know what? Sorry to you there for it, but then whatever is happening, I want to just spell out what went on with me.
And then truth.
Yes, it's truth of the matter.
And then he's an individual or you're independent.
Yes.
You cannot.
He was, first of all, people should understand this is a neutral event.
Exactly.
It's an event that is hosted by Guinness.
But please, let me correct you there.
Yeah.
Neutral, right, we know. But then it was headlined by Stonebwoy. Let's get it right.
So listen, in the contract, did they
state
that as a DJ, you don't need to play certain songs?
Because there's a headline.
Or they limited the DJ and they said that...
Are you sure you know the story in total?
I'm saying that Stonebwoy doesn't need this.
Yeah.
And then, let me tell you, sometimes, you see, Idea with Maka, the crybaby attitude, crab boy attitude on Stonebwoy, no, he needs to grow out of
Stonebwoy a crybaby.
He needs to move away. Listen, every time he even has a good story, and Idea na come on, no, not crybaby, Idea na befemu.
Oh yeah, crybaby. I don't how? I didn't know you're crybaby.
So person akwala na ye dware no oto akwala ni so ni nyina ni gu a ne brand don to ngu e.
Coca.
Yes.
Who ye artist? Stonebwoy, a big
artist. Okay.
Stonebwoy is a very big artist. Okay.
Some of them are small artists.
Guinness said this time around, or more edition we no.
Yeah.
Stonebwoy and a headline.
Yes.
That means say artists for you invite you no didn't what you see on a headline. You do not play Shatawale's song.
I beg to differ.
Let me tell you. Stonebwoy goes on. I do not agree.
Let me tell you.
Okay.
And I make us a maturity. Obi or mature or game now, no. In modern day, Shatta is one of the few who can keep audience on fire. When you know that the person who is coming to perform,
event be anyway.
No, you see, go and watch the video. When they play Shatta song, go and watch the environment they created for him. You just need to take advantage. Why do we allow our personal?
Then why didn't Guinness use Shatawale to make the headlines?
No.
Why didn't they do that?
Stop. First of all, let me say this, Coca, my main cousin. When an artist is going to perform, it is very unwise and uncultured for any DJ to play all the artist's music.
No, about that.
No, about performing them.
Artists.
Hold on.
There are a lot of artists.
I don't come.
There are a lot of artists.
Hold on.
And yes, you bet you say, Obaha. Topic now, but we will determine because we are the reason you are here.
Yes. Son of a son. You see, no, it's the same. Hold on. You've Dr. Pounds, executive producer, and our friend Abba. For my topics.
Okay.
But what we will say to that topics, and you're not catching.
No.
And we have to make sure say we make this show. What you say? Based on our media law and ethics, and the best naha, aboye bra.
Okay.
Whatever that happens here, Dr. Pounds has no hands in it.
Okay.
Good. Now let's take the same narrative to performance.
Okay.
You bail an artist.
We say I first should say
Accravanga. You bail an artist and then you bail a DJ and an MC. Right? There is this attitude with Ghanaian artists that they feel MCs and DJs are really irrelevant.
Exactly.
Event.
Okay.
And I think it's about time with this kind of situation we need to talk about those stuff because look, without an artist, an event can still go on. But you see, without DJs and MCs, you collapse an event.
Okay.
When you, the artist, if only the narration is true, because what I feel is it is true because there were names mentioned.
Okay.
Why are those people silent? They've not said a word. And to me, silence means what? Consent. So yes, because and you see, there's a deflection in the air. If you want to talk about professionalism, I believe DJ Lord is trying to be professional. He has realized if he goes deeper and mention names, it will affect Stonebwoy's brand deeply. So,
the harm has already been done.
No, because no.
So go ahead and mention the names.
No, there's no harm. Because
no,
listen. Yes, because there's no.
Just keep your mouth shut.
So,
DJ Lord, this is an agenda. It's an agenda to push.
The agenda has agenda. The agenda has agenda.
But it won't go anywhere.
So
the agenda.
Hold on.
You see
the problem. So you're telling us that if a DJ is being bullied on stage or something, they should keep quiet and swallow it.
DJ, you were not bullied in any way.
Were you there?
He was
are you a spokesperson?
Come on.
So you're also a spokesperson.
DJ, how can they? Come on.
He was 3 minutes into his performance and then Stonebwoy walked on stage. What are you saying? He didn't finish a set and Stonebwoy walked on stage. What is that not bullying? I know you say bullying here. No, he is not even. Look, if I want you to read the letter to understand, not to read to critic. Let's pay attention to the detail. He is talking about the politics in Ghana music. You have a
repertoire or right in the repertoire.
Yes, you have a beef with an artist doesn't mean you have a beef with both songs. The songs have no issues between you people. If the audience would have said, away.
And all bodo and I still all boy and they have problem.
The same being fans were jamming. Only why? the same beam for.
But
You know the second
a
part.
beam show.
Yeah,
Beam show,
look,
It's more like a beam show.
Let me show you. Hold on. You know Santa Flex was there? Do you know Santa Flex was there?
Yeah.
So where from your narration?
Where the entire maker say
Santa Flex
the reason why can I land to me here? Of course, people. Yeah. So we are powered by Brother Mineral Water, right? In Super Papa, what do you say? Yeah. Just quench your thirst.
You see, let me also. I was saying something about Vida.
Long John, but yeah, Baba Vida. We even have to pull a call through to her and then hear her own side of the story. But then again, me say Stonebwoy no. Mo person mo ya na mo tarnishing the image. Mo man looking like some zombie, like somebody behind a mask or something like that.
Let me say this.
I will not let you talk. If you don't let me talk, nobody's gonna.
I don't sit here. Or he's not here to downplay his achievements or his work. Nobody's doing that.
Coca,
but I am saying that
Coca, you said something in the beginning. I want you to repeat it.
He needs to be matured about our creative space.
No, you see, and
Coca, listen, we are going to be calling the head of communications at Burniton Music. That is Vida Educhumwa. We are going to be, we're getting on the phone with her. He's going to be telling us what transpired at a concert. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah.
She wasn't there herself.
What are you trying to say? She wasn't there herself, and so what? Hello.
That's from the perspective of the artist. If you really
good evening, ma'am.
Good evening.
How's everything doing? How is Burniton Music Group?
Great. Are we on air?
Yes, we are.
Okay.
A lot has happened, okay, with DJ Lords, creating a narrative about Stonebwoy and all of that. It's been a lot. And right now, Stonebwoy has literally been labeled as, a monster and all of that. We want you to, just give us, the basics, what actually transpired at, the concert that led to all of these.
Right. So on Saturday, Stonebwoy was headlining the Accravanga concert, as everybody knows. So typical of the team, we usually send an advance team to the ground before Stonebwoy himself steps out.
Okay.
So I was part of the advance team, myself and two gentlemen.
Okay.
We moved straight to Good Park.
Okay.
To check a few things before Stonebwoy comes. So the two guys, one was in charge of security, the other was in charge of the sound, the technical bit.
Okay.
And I was checking the mood of the crowd.
Okay.
Just to see how pumped up they are, and I'll give Stone a report on how to, start and complete his set pieces.
Okay.
So, right as I got into the venue, I heard a lot of Shatawale songs.
Okay.
But our focus mainly was not the tracks that the DJ was playing, but it was to do our job before Stonebwoy mounts the stage.
Right.
So we were billed to perform at 11:30 p.m.
Okay.
We were told right after Joey B's performance, DJ Lord and Kojo Manuel, the MC, would do a few, hyping of the crowd before Stonebwoy comes in.
Okay.
So right after Joey B's performance, we hit the other team members and told them that Joey B is done.
Okay.
DJ Lord and Manuel takes over, so you guys have got to be moving towards the venue.
Right.
Mind you, Stonebwoy, Ogunskele, Red Eye, and a few others were also freestyling, and it was live on TikTok. I believe most of you have seen the video already.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
So they didn't know whatever was happening on the ground. We had to relay our reports to them, and they obliged.
Right.
So Stone got to the venue. He waited in his car for a few minutes.
Okay.
And then the director of the show came back and said, it's time to go on to the show. So Stonebwoy wanted to perform from his car through to the stage.
Okay.
So Odin, the MC, mounted the stage, brought Stonebwoy his microphone, and that was how the whole thing began. And it was hits and hits, bangers after bangers.
Right.
I mean, if you've seen the reviews of the show, everybody digging Stonebwoy up because he brought Cina so out, La Russo out, Utov out, and a guest that he got from Jamaica was also live performing with him.
Okay.
The reviews have been fantastic.
Right.
We're just drooling about the performance and moving on to the next, only to see the post by DJ Lord insinuating
that
Stonebwoy's management had come to him to force him to stop playing Shatawale songs back to back.
Right.
Now, I've been on this with the manager of DJ Lord, and he said on his FM that they only play 2 Shatawale songs. I dared him and I told him it's a big lie. Because even if it was just 2 songs, where from the 10 back to back.
Right, exactly.
Because if we say back to back, it means that you are unleashing a whole repertoire of music from that artist.
Exactly,
so you yourself gave yourself away, telling us that it was a back-to-back situation that caught the attention of the management team of Stonebwoy.
Yeah.
I state here emphatically that none of us, the 3 of us who went there, none of us hinted of this directive that the play of Shatawale songs was a bother to us. We don't care whatever selections the DJ plays.
Yeah.
If I didn't go and call Kolomashi band to come and play, we don't care. But our focus is to get our artists moving the crowd, and that is exactly what we did.
Yeah.
So we have dared DJ Lord to produce the name of whoever told him that Stonebwoy gave his management team the power to stop him from playing Shatawale songs. And mind you, right after Stonebwoy performed and got down the stage, he played another Shatawale song.
Oh.
Yes.
Are you serious?
Yes.
So
this wrong notion that we want to correct in the media, because anytime they hit at him, he stays cool and decides to focus on the craft and doesn't talk too much. But this time round, we are not taking these things for granted any longer.
My goodness.
Because like you said, people have tagged him as being this, being that. He's only here to deliver his music. He has an amazing team behind him.
Yeah.
And that is what the focus should be. But now we are going to meet these guys boot for boot this time. Especially when you are thriving on lies to raise a certain artist against the other.
Right.
We would not tolerate that any longer. So this has been the discussion till now. I gave him till 12 midday yesterday to produce the name, and till date, he has made his manager his linguist. All of a sudden, he has ceased, speaking. He's lost his voice on this matter.
Well his manager was actually the one who relayed the information to the DJ when he was on stage. His manager was actually the one who relayed the information to him on stage, and I'm pretty sure that is the reason why.
Was a lady, but Pasla, you know what this business?
Yeah.
If anybody from the Guinness team comes to tell you that stop playing a particular song and you stop, it means you are not a DJ worth your salt.
Right.
Because the business of the day for Guinness was to activate their brand. And that was what they were doing through the concert.
Right.
So you, the DJ who knows what you are worth, you know your business, you shouldn't sit down for somebody whose prime goal is to market his product to tell you what to do.
What to do. Right. Right.
Then what are you paid for?
Right.
You get it? And one thing is, he could have easily called any of us. He could have easily called Chief, myself, or any member of the team to ask that this is the directive I have received.
Yeah.
So please, is this the right information coming from the camp? Okay, so what if somebody had walked up to him to tell him that Stonebwoy is no longer performing because he had an emergency on his way coming? Would he also pick a microphone and announce without recourse to the team?
I don't think so. I don't think so. Wow. All right. So thank you very much. Time will not permit us to go on. Thank you so much for the little information that we've gotten. Thank you so much for your time.
Most welcome. Please.
All right. Okay, people. Yeah.
Oh gosh.
Long John, you have a lot to say. We can see. You have so much to say, Long John. Long John, who wants some papa?
You understand that aside being a PR, she herself is a personality in this industry.
Of course she is.
She is seated there, or wherever she was, telling us that she has a very good working relationship with DJ Lord. And DJ Lord could have reached out to her.
Right.
If you know this, and you are daring, I dare you.
Because...
And you hold on.
Hmm.
And you still insist that we are not going to joke with anybody's brand. But you sit on UTV and tell Alodia that if indeed he pays Shatawale 80,000 pounds, then that performance Shatawale did on that night, he has ripped you of that amount. Does she understand the meaning of rip? Shatawale is a scammer. Does Shatta look like a scammer? If they take her to court, can she be able to answer? If we are to go verbatim by the narration some pundit and a critic do against each other, can we be able to sit in this industry?
But Long John,
I'm using her own words against her.
Okay.
We shouldn't use these type of issues needs intellectuals, not emotions.
Jesus.
Using emotions to actually
Your
attack
microphone.
this
Your
issue,
microphone, yeah.
which is totally mind-blowing, because I don't understand why this has to do with a brand, not you yourself, and you are so into it. And I dare you, you are daring who? That is what your man just said. It's so simple. You just apologize.
Because listen, DJ
Hold on. You know, look.
Long John, let me talk.
Okay.
Every article on social media, Google, baby, they're saying that they play Shatta song back to back.
Is it a crime?
DJ Lord is saying that they played the song 2 times.
Is it a crime? No, okay,
Just
fine.
2.
I'm coming.
It wasn't wrong for DJ Lord to do that. Did you not accept?
It wasn't wrong, but you don't play
Wow,
Shatta song back to back like that.
But you see,
God.
let me say something. Vida said
Tell me the story.
that it will be unwise for DJ Lord to be influenced by what he has decided to play.
So simple.
DJ Lord also knows that at this point, the momentum these artists has raised, I can only sustain it with this person's song to enable the other person coming, because it's about energy.
And that is supposed to be Shatta's song.
Yes, that is
to enable Stonebwoy to come on stage to perform.
Listen.
No, hold on.
Yes.
Coca.
No, there is.
Yes, Shatta no na warm up for Stonebwoy. No, hold on, Coca. So Stonebwoy is not a big artist on his own to be able to gather that momentum. Stonebwoy bus stage, you used to Shatta What kind of disrespect is that?
Utie ono anasema. Or say per the running order.
Yeah.
DJ Manuel and MC Manuel, Boss Manuel, Charlie Manuel, shout out for you. You're doing a great job. Manuel and DJ Lord are supposed to work together. Mind you, the same way you are saying that Stonebwoy is Artist of the Year, DJ Lord is also
DJ of the year. In that
Egos.
jurisdiction, he's a master in that game.
It's about egos.
What are you talking about?
So that's what I'm saying that.
And he said DJ Lord, it's like you are trying to rough shoulders with Stonebwoy.
Rub shoulders.
That's what you're trying to do.
No, everybody's a king in their own.
Because per definition, he does not need anybody to bully him on the place.
Yes, he has worked for it.
Until the crack said, me and America said, the two brands should have just apologized and moved on. This is not an issue.
You as a PR, this is what you should have done. Look, she should wonder if she continues in this tangent. I said, she said, cut. Nobody will talk about Stonebwoy.
They should sit down and
listen,
be idle, and then watch somebody.
So what is wrong? What is wrong about this?
Listen.
I want to see the crime.
Are you listening to me?
I want to see the denigration. I want to see what has been done that is so awful that affects one brand.
What has been done?
Yes.
That is so awful.
Yeah.
Is that DJ Lord having to play Shatta?
Hold on, I'm coming.
Hold on, I'm not done.
Long
John, can I land?
I want to answer a simple
DJ Lord having to play Shatta song back to back before the artist who has been.
Hold on.
Was it wrong?
Stonebwoy is headlining the show. You don't play Shatta song to build momentum.
Hold on, let me
for the show.
Hold on. Let me
We play other artists song. We have
Hold on. You and I, we are enemies because we know Stonebwoy and Stonebwoy and Ken Promise don't meet. You know that is Ken Promise first now DJ. Now let's take it from that tangent. You and me, we know they meet. Then I intentionally pass in front of you. Ajish. You know me, then you know they meet. In order for you not to have any encounter with me, what would you do? Logically.
What would you do logically? Promise personal DJ.
What would you do logically?
We are going heavy dose where we are going.
Go back and forth. Then do it.
Me and you back and forth, but I'm just going.
You are gone. Then why didn't they keep silent? You are the bigger meat here. Why do you need to keep silent? Why are you daring?
Me,
you are
daring to make the matter
You
worse.
are talking about his integrity or his brand.
What
You are
does that mean?
But DJ Lord has no brand.
Hold on. Do you know?
Has no integrity.
Do you know when this
DJ Lord, you are too big for this.
Let me talk to you. Do you know when this issue came out? I posted it as a blogger.
1 minute.
I had a lot of people coming under my comment section that said they encountered the same thing at Kwewu. Stonebwoy came to Kwewu and then told the DJ who was playing the DJ was playing Shatawale's music, play Stonebwoy's music, and then they went to the DJ to tell him that, yo, play Shatta's music. They were ready to pay. The DJ to other person in Lusu Medjumana because Stonebwoy was around. These are some of, if you know, it is not one so. And why is it that always it's a Stonebwoy? This is not the first time you are hearing something like this about Stonebwoy. Tell me if I'm lying.
Okay, it's fine.
Coca, tell me if I'm lying. You've not heard someone come out to come and complain. They try sabotaging from playing Shatawale music.
Stonebwoy na wa brother do. My emodi na tem kakra. O dey
That is Ben Emble.
Let there be Stonebwoy dey wa brechen obia. Wa brechen obia.
Next.
Yeah.
Let's next. So we are talking about Cina Soul. Cina Soul is a very trouble-free on pen one sem. On ne lame mood in lame on penas.
I want to have a go about this thing.
Now on Max TV actually.
Yeah.
Now my entertainment show be so and I'm kofa what's his name? The retired Kumawood actor.
A bigger quiz.
Bigger quiz. And some other guy be. Now, if you look at the guy who was body shaming, so
the description.
If you are saying this life no balance.
You see,
I saw a video.
Sometimes it hurts to see somebody kese kane mami yinigu. Obi akeso ya abortion mistakenly obey ba. Etna ho. Etna ho edidi obi atem. Sa boy no me assure say ne mame fa multiple times of postino too. But the guy just refused to go down. This imp sits on TV. Somebody.
Which of them?
Both the two. Bigger quiz there or you're the devil's advocate of wizard. Bigger quiz. He has nothing to offer this industry. No more for Betina TV. So why do you struggle to get personalities to come to your station?
Oh, no. Make no talk that. Oh,
if Bigger Quiz happens to be a security man, I don't think even anybody will pass. No. We should call a spade a spade. We bring reckless chaps to people to come in. Who was that? How? This lady, you sit there, a fellow woman, allow other people to come and sit there and denigrate the woman, and you call yourself a woman. Who born dog? Who is she?
Who is she? I've been
You
working
see, and the painful thing is, pundits and journalists are in this space. By now, I'm expecting that we all demand that she should be taken off the screen.
Max TV.
The girl has to go.
Your presenter.
And then you need to ban Bigger Quiz because he's a non-entity.
A fellow woman be, body shamed like that by a man, not
if
any
your
other
daughter
man.
or your child is watching TV, na Bigger Quiz tisua. There is nothing relevant about that dead human being sitting on TV. What is this? Why have we gotten to a point that we need to denigrate people to trend? Where has it got to? Where free? Max, the lady, the gentleman, they need to officially apologize, but the lady has to go.
Wow.
And you know one thing too, the lady has actually rendered an apology, an unqualified apology on air.
That apology will
saying
not
that
happen.
she's very sorry.
That apology.
Lady, you were in support of everything that happened there. You
On the air backing vocal.
You are enabling what's his name? Bigger Quiz. Not me, but now Bigger Quiz. Man, sa momentum ne sa evem no emane de kasa. You're so beautiful to do that. That everyone is a Cina Soul. You know, so girl, you can do better. You can, hey, my dear, Cina Soul, I can't say, oh, yeah, Empress Gifty. Wabe claim me, say, oh, yeah, Empress Gifty.
But let me tell you.
Wabe claim me, say, oh, yeah, Diana Hamilton, oh, yeah, Diana Samuel. She is not a gospel artist. You don't have no rights to judge her apparel. It's none of anybody's business, right?
The painful thing is, the three that sat there were so empty in the creative space that they didn't understand what creativity is creative.
Right.
Listen, when people want to be creative, they do what is creative. But when you bring empty holes, people who are there like Max, people who are sitting there like triangular strips, just making noise because it's a weekend and they need to fill airtime.
Max TV.
What on earth did Cina Soul do to them?
My goodness.
You'd have never played her song,
Never.
but you are using her content. Who born dog?
and can you no cram my fede I feel now on my brand apology I feel on back drop it easy with stuff girl you are not ashamed of yourself
and creative people musica demand and but musica cry mo you are dead soul musica you are living in the dead living being say your artist your fellow good and who is in charge of creatives now? Where is the minister? Where is the minister? Where is Tidiana? You are the what? President or CEO for the creative agency. You sat aloof. Rather criticize what should not be criticized. That a woman is being taken down this path and you all sit aloof. Why are people quiet? Why don't NCA? What is NCA doing about the station? The presenter must to go. Musica, you need to demand that they apologize.
Can I share my license?
No, it's unfair. It can be my sister.
Long John and Angel. Long John and
let me be very honest. You see, it's quite. Sometimes it's very disturbing to see things like this happening.
Yeah.
And I must be honest. I mean, these are very distasteful comments.
Very distasteful.
Come out of the mouth of a male talking about the opposite sex. In no way or form will I support those kind of conversation because, look, women are a special body of art. You understand? I also know Big Akpe to be someone who is very well-mannered and well-cultured.
Well-mannered.
Hold on.
Hey.
My opinion, hold on.
But let me say why do you give credence to people who don't respect women?
Hold on.
He doesn't deserve that. He doesn't deserve that. So retract it. He doesn't deserve that. For somebody to gather that vim on national television.
I know. Hold on.
What? Body shame a woman.
Relax.
She will say you want it.
Address it so.
You. Hey. No. How?
Hold on. Listen. So you see, I know him to be a very matured person, but like I said, sometimes hold on. I really don't know what came over him to say all those words, and I would like to actually tell him that he should re-look at what he said and consider apologizing to the lady, because I feel what he was, the subject matter he was even dealing with was not even a gospel artist. This is a secular artist. This is someone who does secular music.
Right.
Secular music, everything goes. Ebony did the West.
Okay.
This was what we did, criticize Ebony, and she left us. Now we were the same person crying foul. Are you waiting for Cina Soul to lose her conscience before or lose herself before you realize what you said caused her into that? I'm begging you, please. These kind of words, I know it didn't come from a bad place,
right?
But it's quite unfortunate it came out of your mouth. And as the man as I know you to do personally, I beg you.
You know him personally?
Yes.
And they only know one same kind of part. Long John, that's okay. I mean, I don't even want to go further. This is so as something nauseating to hear on TV. You could do it on social media, but not on television. Max TV, this guy, why am I question more integrity? I'm telling you.
I think it's
we have questioned your integrity of the television. So it's better. You either take off the lady or
no. Musical should demand the lady should go, and the lady should go and render unqualified apology to Cina Soul in person, not on TV, so that you get to experience and go through what you have put her through as a woman. Yeah, it is wrong. It is so wrong.
Very wrong. So let's talk about TGMA. So finally, it came Paluta, Makumano. So now you share anymore. I say, hey, more you ne free man for an camera. Mama, much there. Why issue? Why file anyway about the petition about chairman in some of the more a head of communications, Robert Clark, or call Abeku Santana's show, and then he actually said a whole lot of nothing. Honestly. Oh yeah, but he didn't say anything. He was like,
Make sure say, communication bomb. It stinks. The communication does not communicate.
Right.
And the one who carries the communicating is more vibrant than the communication.
Sir?
Because in hairstyle is and
Ah!
but the communication is not
communicating.
You see, the painful thing is how do you change, how do you define or redefine a project that is ongoing in the middle of a project? Me, Maka, and I mean my Santi for artists, Momontias here that we are Santini, we are Kenya. VGMA does not.
Okay.
They don't see you
think
to
so?
be. They don't see you to be. Ochami Kwame started kind of
That's the case.
Asante, Asante, Akamuama started more deal in feature. Ama ye. How do you take somebody out?
Kuma Wood Music Awards.
Oh,
so
yeah.
To me, BBC.
Osei
Chrome Music Awards. Right.
How do you take an award? And awards, you need some person on the movie.
Award that I can promise and I can person them.
Oh, and you can promise.
No,
Stonebwoy.
You see,
I was what you want.
Oh, no, so Stonebwoy, he deserves. He has worked so hard. He deserves it.
You yourself never mentioned Stonebwoy. If Stonebwoy gets it, you will surprise yourself.
I wouldn't be too surprised. So if Stonebwoy wins Artist of the Year, I wouldn't be too surprised. But I would be a little bit surprised because I'm pretty sure they don't give it 2 times in a row like that.
But the only be a person. Agenda.
Yeah, and I'm not surprised. But why did Juma? Stonebwoy has worked so hard.
Say, Omambo Modian yi, sa kodi efiwo. Ye pesi ye dimu obi ni ye kaso ni pakon Ghana nyum na ona ye kese. Aoni ebida.
That is the agenda.
That's the agenda. So you think that Stonebwoy is gonna because of that?
But my main can be
Stonebwoy winning.
My can be sure Kim Promise will be enhu ye.
Okay.
Kim Promise under the year under review. Took Ghana music to virgin places Ghana music was not dominated and sold out.
Okay.
Went to Asia market. Went to places Ghana music is not Ghana music.
And went to where Ghana music is Ghana music and
what you say? So and everywhere he went, he sold out.
He was doing good.
Not just say came from his album.
No.
Listen.
Last year was it Stonebwoy, and they them back to back.
I'm not trying to Kim Paluta sona when you say you. Set Twitter sona. I think it's one influencer now or Ruti behind him. I don't know, for some reason he's no longer in supportive of him winning the artist.
You see,
I support Kim Paluta.
Oh, you support Kim? Okay.
Me, Makase Paluta, any Kim Promise na competition. But data and facts better.
Yeah, I'm coming to give you.
Say Kim Promise is leading based on data and facts.
Yes.
And America said he went to virgin places to be a Konkobo show and sell it out. Why? And it's okay say year under review. Oh, baby, why? Baby, obi da. Then
under the artist of the year category, it's only Kim Promise.
Yes.
Listen.
France. I can promise in Korea show last year. France. Let me show you.
Sabotage.
Undertouch.
Japan.
Anyways.
He went to India to perform.
Yes.
Singapore. And it is not someone's concert too. Kim Promise live in concert. Do you understand the meaning of if the promoter uses your name to sell tickets? What's it?
He sold out too.
And he sold out.
And then he took a dance composed and formed in Ghana to the world.
Now my man records. Hold on. So he released He released an album on 15 June 2024, True to Self. Then he released True to Self Deluxe 13 December 2024. 2024, his biggest singles. Hold on. I'll give you some because
he has not paid me asked to come and review
Kim Promise and Paris. Right? One of the biggest songs in Ghana under the year of review. Favorite story. Another biggest song. Remember? Continental. The first ever Ghanaian, the only song that went into how do you call it? Billboard under the year of review was initially Poppy Continental.
Do you know Shelly Poppy?
I know Shelly Poppy.
Oh, so you've also gone international.
Yeah. Now let's go to the shows. He played all African games.
Now I can see a review.
Yes.
Not a minister time.
Paluta, no. Oh, Obetama shows we.
Now I can
Paluta shows we. That's what I'm saying.
Let me acknowledge our sponsors. Long John. This is very important. Let me acknowledge our sponsors, okay? Yeah, so a big thanks going out to Agazi Homes and of course Vernon Mineral Water and 305 Restaurant. Thank you very much for the food. I mean, my man, someone out there watching me struggle. And that's our casa baby. Yeah, cook a modem in them we. No,
listen. Hold on. Listen. In Europe, he played Mobile Awards. In Europe, he played Mobile Awards. He played Paris Fashion Show. Kim Paluta no. Oh, you said Baumia now go shot. You met listen. You met Baumia and he lost election. So this is even an underlying factor for you not to win Artist of the Year. Yes, because you should influence the win of whoever you want to support.
My people, listen, Long John, hold on. Long John is saying that because Bawizi, Dr. Baumia did not win the election.
Because
that is why.
Can
I talk?
No, say party be to ya say
because Baumia winning no.
Yeah. Yeah, because
about your losing
party here to yourself.
Then he played. Listen. Then he played Bombo Clash Festival, the biggest festival in Belgium. Then he plays Africa Block Party, Sweden. He played King Promise Live, Italy. King Promise Live, Spain. Now in Oceania, the continent Oceania, he played Promise Land, Australia. King Promise Live, Sydney. Can Promise Life, and then Can Promise Life,
Long John,
Melbourne.
And of course, the ever controversial Coca.
King Coca.
King Coca, of course, King Coca.
But me can for about and so to a number to do back now. The buy wouldn't too much.
People, make sure that you're subscribing to Pounds TV so that anytime that we make an upload, you will be the first to see our video. And of course, share your comments too. Like and then of course share to your friends so that they can also enjoy this. This is such an exciting show. You wouldn't want to miss out. Okay, my name is Prissy, right? I'm out of here. My partners want to say something, but I mean if you are mama wasting your time.
Now subscribing to Pounds TV. Now there or a video on yet atasa. But more than subscribe says yeah. No, powerful no nye. Subscribe. Social media channels look for Dr. Pounds TV because that's where the pounds they.
What do you see?
Entertainment happen like real time.
Don't play. We're not playing.
Premium or nothing.
All right, people. So we are wrapping up, and it's time to acknowledge our sponsors. Okay. So Agazi Homes, Vernon Mineral Water, 305 Restaurants, and of course KS Electricals. Thank you so much for being a big sponsor to this program. Please, Pounds TV. I'm not doing the fire never. What do you say? All you have to do is to subscribe. Very, very important. So that anytime we can upload, you'll be the first to see. Don't forget to share and let us know what you think in the comment section as well. I'm out. My name is Prissy. See you again.
Pounds TV. Premium or nothing.